Welcome, everyone. Thank you for investing in your professional development. My name is Kevin Stanfill. I have over a decade of experience in operations management, and I've really done it all from hiring, developing employees, improving processes and performance in teams, and I am now a project manager. I wanted to take some time and record this video for those of you who are beginning education for better work. And I want to talk about this 3 levels of workplace value. First, I do have to give credit where credit is due. I was largely inspired by Dr. Grace Lee, her YouTube video, which I have cited here, why your less experienced colleagues are promoted instead of you. And I did take a lot of inspiration from that video. Please go and check her out. She is an amazing business and career coach. So something that you will hear throughout the self-reliance course is that companies and clients hire people who provide value. Knowing this, it becomes important for job seekers to be intentional about their education to ensure they are learning real skills that can translate to providing value. The value you provide will largely determine your compensation. It is also important to understand what value means to the employer or client. So the first level of value is implementation. Now, implementers are those who are hired or promoted on merit. It means that by and large, they've done the same thing before, or they've proven that they know how to do it. Generally, they are educated. They have certificates. They have technical expertise, and they're the doer. However, it's the lowest level of marketplace value because it's perceived as something as a commodity, something to be traded. Skilled labor is largely traded for money, right? That's also something that we'll be talking about in our models of self-reliance, but we won't get there today. Generally, this level of value in the workplace, these implementers, they will often feel unnoticed, and companies will expend a lot of effort to recognize their implementers and build some kind of culture. And this is to retain implementers for as long as possible, because it is only a matter of time before they move on to other opportunities. Now, the second level of value is unification. Now, this is when an implementer is promoted to a management position. They generally have manager in their job title, and they're no longer implementer. They now manage people, processes, and projects, and they're hired or promoted based on the results that they can provide or produce. So you may feel that this is a high level of value. There's a lot of value that unifiers give to employers and clients, and you'll be right. By and large, this level of value in the marketplace is generally very well paid. However, there's a high level of burnout because they feel unappreciated or at times undervalued because they work so hard. Now, before we move on to the third level of value, why is that? Why do unifiers, managers, feel so burnt out? Well, it's a belief of mine, and I think it's unfortunate that it's proven true that we rise to the level of our own incompetence. This is what I learned early on in my management career. People are promoted from implementation to unification on merit, and when they're expected to provide higher levels of value to their employer, they hit a ceiling. This is largely due to the fact that managers require more than technical skills or expertise. They require emotional intelligence and leadership skills. And this brings us to the third level of value, which is communication. This is the ability to demonstrate value and influence decision-making in groups and organizations. It is by far the highest level of influence in the marketplace. These individuals who reach this level of value, they're usually highly skilled at sales, and securing customer relationships. They relate to their prospects and customers, and as managers, they are empathetic and relatable to their employees. They never let them forget the value they've provided and will continue to provide. So in this way, they're remembered for their accomplishments. And the question that you may have is, how do these communicators, how do they develop the skills needed? And how do they get to this highest level of value in the marketplace? Well, they exude the 3 chief laws of leadership. The laws of leadership refer to the 21 irrefutable laws of leadership by John Maxwell. So definitely look him up. But I've coupled 3 of his laws of leadership with 3 fundamentals of marketing ourselves in the job market today. You'll see this repeated through the course as well. But building infrastructure, developing skills, and staying top of mind. Let's dive into these 3 laws. The first law is the law of influence. Now, influence is the power or capacity to produce a desired result. You can see how this is a fundamental of providing value to clients or employers. This law relates to building the infrastructure that I discussed earlier. John Maxwell, he talks about how the true measure of leadership is influence, nothing more, nothing less. And without influence, a leader lacks the ammunition to reach the destination. Next is the law of the process. Leaders are learners, and their capacity to develop and improve their skills distinguishes them from their followers. And this relates clearly to developing skills. Now, here are a couple of quotes from John Maxwell. He asks, what is one little thing you could do more of that would have a positive impact on your life or your business? And is there anything you can stop doing that will have the same kind of impact? So really developing the skills is just one side. I talk about this in the course as well. Education is only 1/3 up to 50% of the job qualifications in any job posting. There are many other skills, and this goes back to the emotional intelligence and the leadership skills, which communicators must possess, that will help you not only get a job, but thrive in that job for the long term. Now, the third law that we're going to discuss today is the law of the picture. People do not do what they hear. They do what they see. And this relates to staying top of mind. Leaders lead by example. Because of this, they must embody their ideals to create a picture of what will inspire people to follow their lead. So that is a rundown of the 3 levels of marketplace value. These principles will be reiterated throughout the course. I hope you found some value in this video today. Please feel free to reach out to me with any questions, any thoughts, any feedback, and I will see you soon.